Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. Welcome back to my channel. I want to clear a couple things up that I said in my video I made most recently about the essential workers. I do think essential workers deserve something from this. I don't, however, no matter how anybody will take this, I don't blame anybody who went home during pandemic. I don't blame anyone who's still at home. I don't blame anyone minus maybe our higher ups in politics, maybe. Like I said, I think it should have been much more left up to the people. That being said, I'm still very on the fence on how I feel about the whole pandemic, anyways, in terms of was the reaction correct? Was it too much? Was it not enough? That still remains to be seen, but I just don't want to. I don't want anyone to think that I'm putting them down if they went home, if they lost their job, if their business was closed. I'm not putting any of those people down. Of course not. It's just that if another round of stimulus should come out, if it were equal across the board, but if there was almost a bonus for people who continue to work and continue to keep things moving, I don't think that's too much to ask for. When I read that the stimulus could be aimed at people who lost their jobs, it's a little frustrating. Again, I don't blame those people, but to say that the people who lost their jobs, deserve more money than people who continued to work, I don't know if that's fair. And maybe it's not fair of me to think that people who continued to work deserve more money than those who couldn't. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Obviously, I'm just some idiot who talks to his phone. Um, but I want to know. I do want to know what other people think, because obviously there's no perfect answer to any of this. Obviously, that's why we're in the position we're in as far as the pandemic goes. Um, but as far as the way the government is attempting to take care of us during the lockdown, stay at home orders, close of businesses, and things like that, I want to know what people think. Like I said, I am more of the opinion that they should have said, these are our recommendations. Here they are. Post them on your door, your entrance to your building, so that anybody entering that building knows you know what the recommendations are, and people can make the decision. You don't have to close your doors. You can stay open, and then people can decide if they want to come to your establishment. That very quickly, and I like I said, maybe we are too childish, and maybe nobody would have listened to any of that, and we would have gone about our normal lives, and then we all would have got sick, and who knows, we might be in a 1918 situation with the Spanish flu. uh, because from what I've seen about the Spanish flu is they kind of were in the same situation, and there was obviously much less communication at the time, which for better or worse, essentially, because I almost feel like the way this kind of spread like wildfire, like we all knew about this early on through social media and things, but then it was almost like it still inevitably happened, and then it was too late, basically, even with our advanced communication compared to 1918. And in 1918, they were given ordinance and recommendations from doctors because doctors realized, hey, this is highly contagious. If you're in close proximity, if you are not staying clean, these things, they told people this. And certain cities, they even said, didn't listen. They tried to tell certain cities, do not hold that parade, do not do that. a lot of people are going to get sick, and certain cities did not listen, and they did these large public events anyways, and a lot of people got sick. So, yes, I think on one hand, maybe we are too childish, and maybe we do need our governing parents to tell us, no, you cannot do that under punishment of law. Do not do that. Maybe that's what we need as people. I would just like to think that there are enough adults out there and enough people with common sense. I'd like to think that if the recommendations were posted and said, we do not recommend people go into sit down establishments, we recommend you do not get within 6 feet of each other, we recommend masks, and then it would be even better if there were all these, this is why we have proof. That's asking for a lot, I know. I just would like to think that maybe that would have helped more people be able to stay at work and not lose their businesses, not have to close their restaurants, which I've heard from several people, restaurants, uh, unless it's like a super high end restaurant, most mom and pop small restaurants, this is what I heard. If anybody knows anything different, please let me know. But I heard there, usually your end of month, you're not like raking in a ton of money as the owners. Like, yeah, you might be making some money, but you're paying your employees, you're paying for new stuff for the following month. You got a lot of expenses too. So they're already a very fine line. So if you tell this business you can't, nobody can come in here for 2 months, well, that's probably going to ruin those people. Maybe those people who've worked really hard. Anyways, it's, I don't want to get into like super bleeding heart about all of it. I just, like I said, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm trying to step on toes or blame anybody for this. I just think that people who are considered essential workers maybe deserve a little bit of recognition for that, for being essential to keeping this country going. Again, not saying anybody who got sent home, I'm not disrespecting those people. It's not their fault. They were told you have to leave your job, and that's kind of what I'm saying is I don't know if that's even correct, if that should have happened. So, please though, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and hope somebody gets something out of this. And I will, oh my gosh, my beard is just needs a little bit of trim. It's so uneven. Anyway, catch you guys in the next one.